Good day, goodly gentles. Welcome to Just Ask Jade, the show where thou canst ask a drag queen anything. So, I wanted to pay tribute to my dear friends, my fabulous co-workers, the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. Unfortunately, with everything going on, we are not able to open the gates this year, but we are going to come back next year even bigger and better than ever. I was very excited. I was actually going to do a little bit of art imitating life. I was going to be playing an Elizabethan version of a drag queen. A lot of people don't know this. Quick little history lesson. The term drag comes from stage notes, saying someone entered dressed as girl, or dressed representing a girl. In Shakespeare's time, women weren't allowed on stage. It was considered inappropriate. So all of Shakespeare's women had to be played by men. Yep, just think about it. And then think a little bit further. There's actually no kissing in a lot of Shakespeare's plays. Romeo and Juliet never kiss. So yeah, little food for thought for you. But you're not here for the history lesson, you are here for the questions. And the first question I have this time is, how do you make your cleavage look so real? I wish mine looked as nice as yours do. Of course I get that question when I'm wearing this. It's a lot of contouring. I actually learned a lesson from RuPaul. You paint basically a Y, kind of a champagne glass, in white, and then dark around it. Sometimes I get a little crazy with it, but go nice light, sometimes a nice darker line on the outside. Whatever works. Try different things. That's the best way to know what works for you. Next question. Hey Jade, love your show. It always puts a big smile on my face even when I'm not feeling well. Your show looks very polished and looks like it's all one take. Is this movie magic? Or can you share some hilarious bloopers and outtakes with us as you approach episode 20? All my love, Mel. Love you too, girl. Mel is one of my dearest and closest friends. Hope she's holding up well. I don't have a lot of outtakes because I typically do it all in one take. However, sound check can be exciting because sometimes the camera turns on and you see this. Just shaking it all out.
Just shaking it all out.
Shaking it all out.
I don't even have an explanation for that. That was just... that happened. It was great. Yep. Things get crazy sometimes. But anyway, I don't really have a blooper reel, but I do have some dumb stuff like that. Gotta spread those out a little bit. That could be fun. Next question. Queen Latifah or the Queen of England? How dare you? Queen Latifah, obviously. Hi Jade, I love your channel and appreciate the consistency of your posting. It is almost like waiting for the next episode of a favorite TV show for me. Oh, that's awesome. You've mentioned your husband several times, so my question is, what impact, if any, has being a drag queen had on your marriage? It's great, honestly. My husband is the show director of one of the biggest shows in central Pennsylvania. One of the biggest show in central Pennsylvania. We get along really well. We did have a year that was an absolute nightmare because we were both performing that year and it sucked. Plus, there have been a few times where I wasn't available to host bingo and Miss Husky Varna got all dolled up and she went out and hosted bingo. It was... yeah. So... we'll get her on here at some point. And my last question for this episode. Howdy, Jade. Things all tied together. This is great. Would you ever consider doing an episode with your husband? Kind of like Mr. and Mrs. Kasha Davis do from time to time. Absolutely. By the way, if you have never watched Mr. and Mrs. Kasha Davis, definitely look them up. Kasha Davis is a sweetheart. I would work with her again in a heartbeat. Trying to figure out a gig to get her down here to Central PA more often. But Would I do an episode with my husband? Absolutely. We have some plans. We got some stuff brewing. Don't know when it's going to happen, but yeah. Well, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. If you have any questions for me, you can always submit them at my website, which is www.jadedevere.com. Or you can always email me directly at ijustaskjade@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Say goodnight, kids.
Good day.
Adorable.